Y'all, the way my nails just got way too long and I needed motivation to make sure eventually that I soak them off sooner rather than later. And I just cut them down last night and they look crazy, but I needed them going because your girl, I got work to do. Greetings, good day, and welcome. I am Deanna, your favorite grants consultant. And today, you're about to spend the day with this grants consultant. I just want to share that I am starting off my day really good. I got up. What's up, lady? You want to say hi? Say hi. But like I was saying, I got up this morning. I did my meditation, power yoga, strength training. I've been doing strength training, y'all. I'm really picking up weights and stuff. Now I'm having a good breakfast. Yogurt, blueberries, granola, honey, half a wheat bagel with some peanut butter, and I got my green juice with some creatine in it. I'm trying to be that girl. So as I sit here and continue stuffing my face, I got my handy dandy notebook and I am going to brain dump all the tasks that I know I need to get done and plan out my day accordingly. Typically, I use my Kindle Scribe to write down all of my tasks. However, with building out a new productivity system for myself for the new year, I decided that I wanted to pick up a physical notebook again. Unlike my Kindle Scribe, I am able to color code my tasks. So for today, I am focusing on my work for the Newark Opportunity Youth Network, and for this organization, their main colors are orange, so I'm writing out all my tasks in orange. And super random, shout out to my aunt. She got me, y'all know these old school pens that all around is all these different colors and you gotta do is and switch it out. Yeah, I haven't had one of these in mad long, but it's helping me out. Merry Christmas. First up on my list is an application to the Truist Foundation. A few weeks ago, our CEO had a meeting with this foundation and they encouraged us to apply. However, the time between when he had this meeting and when the application was due, it too close, way too close. So instead, we decided to see what their 2025 deadlines were looking like. We picked one and we have been slowly but surely building out this robust application. And now that I have gotten all the materials that I need to build it out, I gotta build it out. Next is an interim report to the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey. If you've watched any of my videos just mentioning my work as a grants consultant with NOIN, I've probably mentioned our partnership with this foundation. I established this partnership almost 4 years ago, and we are wrapping up another grant award with them. So with that, I have been working with the chief of staff and the chief program officer to complete the report and get that done, submitted, check it off the list. Next is another grant application, but this time to the Hearst Foundation. This was actually a foundation we were looking to apply to a few years ago, but it just got lost in the sauce. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what happened. I'm pretty sure that the individual that I was working with at the time on this application, we were not able to successfully get all of the materials needed. That seems right. I think I'm remembering this correctly. But now we got what we need so we can submit. Next, you'll see that it says a TOY letter to funders. TOY stands for top of year. So I'm going to be putting together a top of year letter to our funders. One of the things that I always want to make sure that I am doing is not just simply asking our funders for money.
Hands up, cash out.
But just having touch points throughout the year that they are just hearing from us, that we're engaging with them, and that we are keeping them active and a part of our community. With that, I am putting together just a small, quick little letter just to say welcome into the new year. We are a little late with doing this, but there are, as you guys can see, other things that needed to get done and other reports and applications that we've had to submit already, even though we're at the top of the year still. But I don't want to step into February without having some sort of greeting to our funders. As I said, it's not going to be anything too complicated. It's going to be a short letter with photos of our young people and just welcoming everyone into the new year and that we are excited to continue our partnerships, all that good stuff. Last thing that I can remember that I need to do is a report to the Prudential Foundation. Similar to what I have to do for the Healthcare Foundation, Foundation, I now have to do that with the Prudential Foundation. This is a partnership that we have had for a number of years now, and for the current grant that I won for them, it is for $2.4 million over the next 3 years. So I'm trying to see how it's broken up. I want to say biannually, I am submitting reports on behalf of NOYN to Prudential so they see what it is we doing with their money. Now, because there is a lot on my plate and I want to make sure that I don't forget anything, I'm going to take a look at Monday.com. If you've watched my best project management software for first-time project managers video, or honestly any other video where I'm talking about project management, 9 times out of 10, if I'm talking about what software I love to use, it's Monday.com. It's truly a really seamless and user-friendly platform. Like I'm the biggest Monday.com advocate, and we not even partnering. But Monday.com, y'all should partner with me, okay? Because I be telling everybody and their mama about y'all. Everybody and their mama. Now that I got my list in order, I can go to the office, turn on my desktop, and get busy. So let's get busy, y'all. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh my god. Alright, so boom, we in the office. However, before I could start on any work, the next step in my productivity system is time blocking and prioritizing. First, I need to determine how much time it is going to take me to complete each of these tasks. And for the majority of them, I'm going to make sure to overestimate some time, because it's very easy for us to overestimate and take up too much time, and then we are able to take some time back. But if I underestimate, now things are colliding and scrambling, and I am fighting for my life to get stuff back in order. Now that I know how long each task will take me, I am now going to flush out my order of execution. This order of execution is based on A, how long each task is going to take me, and B, the deadline for each task. So with each of these, I do have a little bit of time to get them done. They don't all have to be done today, but I absolutely positively must get a start on them today. Because I am just getting started with my day, I also want to base the first task that I'm doing on. Yo, I swear it never fails that the doorbell rings when I'm recording and then they start yelling. Where was I? Oh. Because I am just getting started with my day, I want to ease into the day. So I'm starting with a lighter task, something that will get my juices flowing. Then I'm going to go into something a little bit more robust. I'm going to then bring it back in and then do something else robust. You know, y'all see the pattern, right? I know the order, I know what I need to do, and for the most part, I know how long all of it is going to take me. So let's get busy. Let's see how much I can actually get done today. And this will probably turn into a 2-day thing. I'm not gonna hold you. Greetings and good day. As you guys can see, this is a new day. I'm not gonna lie to you. My homegirl came to visit me yesterday. I literally have not seen her in like a year. I literally have not seen her in a year. So it was really nice that we were able to catch up with each other. We went to go have lunch. We ate ramen. The ramen, oh my god, there's a ramen spot that's like a 15-minute walk from me, and in New York, walking 15 minutes ain't nothing. So going over there, and it was so cold outside, and getting oh my god, I want to go get ramen again right now. I feel like I could eat that every day. But though I did get distracted, that does not mean I ain't get no work done. Before heading out, I realized that I was a lot farther ahead in the tasks that I needed to do than I thought I was. So Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey report is complete. I sent out the email today actually with all the required materials that we needed to complete the report, and yesterday I was able to finalize our top of year letter to donors, send that off, have my peoples review it. If they need to make some tweaks and stuff, do that, and then that was scheduled to go out to donors. And one final thing that is not complete but is on hold for now is the report to the Prudential Foundation. They had emailed us and stated that they were putting reports on hold for now, and they had to push everything back by about a month. So that report is on hold for the time being, and I should probably get an update about what the template is and what they are requiring for the report. I'd say first week of February. So I ain't mad at that. One less thing for me to think about right now. Now for today, I'm really shifting my focus and focusing on the Truest Foundation. Like I mentioned earlier, it is a robust application. Our CEO has already given us notes on the direction that he would like the application to go, and I gotta put it all together and make it cute. Make it real cutesy, real demure, okay? So let me get started. Also, I don't know if y'all can hear in the background. I've been watching Super Nanny just because, like, Roku, if anybody that got a Roku and they got live TV, Super Nanny got her own channel, but these kids is bad as hell. So let me, Truest Foundation and Super Nanny. As you guys can see, I really need to sit here and organize my drive. There's a lot of documents that I need to put in their proper place, but today I am focusing on, like I said, the Truest Foundation. So I am going into the grants and funding folder that holds all of our contracts, awards, grant documents, attachments, everything that you could possibly imagine. We're going to go to the current year, and as you guys can see, these are the applications that I have been working on or that we have received funding from for the 2024-25 school year. And I don't think I've ever said this ever, but NOYN, one of the pillars is a charter school, so all of our operations go on an academic calendar, not a regular January to December calendar. Thus far, this is what we've been working on this year. Here I have the Truest Foundation. Open up the application, and initially most applications you will start with just your organization information, all the basics, titles, names, contact, and such. I know for the day and age we're in now, they'll be asking for your social media handles. In this instance, I'm not gonna lie, I am not sure what industry code we would be or what we're categorized as. There were a ton, but these are the ones I was able to pull, and I just need to determine which one actually applies to us, because there are several that we could check off, but we're only allowed to have one. Then as you keep scrolling down, they're asked for the basic thing like our mission statement, vision statements, how many individuals we're serving each year, etc., etc. They'll ask about our budget, and then now as you can see, I just have kind of like random text in the boxes, which is from the meeting that I had with our CEO, and him just giving me just basic information that I have to expand upon in regards to each of the questions. There's some stuff that the Chief of Staff, aka Daniel Croson, you've heard me talk about him before. Shout outs to Daniel once again. He is working on this application with me, and as I said, it's a doozy. So now that all the technical stuff up top is mostly either accounted for or somebody else has to do it, the bottom half I'm responsible for. So as you guys can see, is the grant request title. I have a few notes about the purpose of the grant. This is our request amount. This is something that changes a lot sometimes with the CEO, and we have the potential to ask for more, so this amount may or may not change. And like I had mentioned earlier, originally they wanted to see if we could do this November 30th deadline. However, we only got notification of this grant award on November 19th. 11 days. That's not enough to get this application done. Honestly, it's not even 11 days. I don't even know what the business days were, but weekend is in between. I'm not working on the weekend. We're not working on the weekend. But yeah, just more about talking about the population that we serve. You guys don't know this acronym. This stands for the Newark Youth Workforce Collaborative, which is another initiative by NOYN that I'm going to have to expand upon in this application. What else? I'm also going to have to go back and discuss with the CEO how he exactly wants the budget to be broken down, because again, if we're asking for 150K, this don't add up to 150. Again, if it's anything that usually changes, it's the budget. Okay, so now bottom section. Okay, it's really not, let me not lie. Okay, there are a handful of things that I still need to do, but again, it's not as much work as I thought it would be, and a lot of it, like, I took the time. Okay, all right, I'm just going through this and such. If there's anything that sometimes, like, I can't really say stresses me out, but like that I really be having to do some digging for is this particular section when a funding agency is requesting that you tell them how much money you've been bringing in. Now, for me as a grants consultant and working with an organization that has a large budget, there are a number of portfolios that I am in charge of managing. And though a handful of stuff I can really recall of from the top of my head, there are a lot of other things that I simply cannot, or because there will always be checks and balances, I don't want to make any assumptions. And I always want to clarify that what I'm writing down is 100% accurate. So in the funding sources section, for these 10 different funding agencies, I'm going to have to go through my drive and look at the amounts that they've given us over the last, what is it? Top 10? Oh, just top 10 major funding sources. So I guess the most recent amount that they have awarded to us. And then like for several of the foundations, I know for Prudential and Victoria, they're multi-year grants. So then now I got to do math, because if they're saying they're giving us X amount of dollars, but over the course of 3 or 4 years, I got to break that down. So let me go do some math, y'all. Let me go into this application. I'll be back later. Did I do all that talking for no reason? Greetings, good morning, and good day. As you guys can see, I was having camera trouble. Though it recorded all of that, there was a lot of things that went unrecorded. The life of a content creator, am I right? Now, though I didn't catch it, I got my to-do list done. This consultant is feeling really good about herself. First and foremost, that super extensive application that was due to the Truist Foundation, it is done. It's currently in review with our CEO, so he's going to report back to me whether or not any updates need to happen. But let me just say, I am so happy that application is done. So happy. If you are somebody that is seeking to become a grant seeker, 9 times out of 10, when you have a large request amount, that also means that the application will match that. So for example, with the Truist Foundation, I think our final request is going to be $250K, which makes sense to how robust this application was. Some of the components that I don't think I showed you guys outside of like the mission statement, vision statement, how many young people we're helping, etc., etc. One of the difficult parts of this application was the breakdown of our short-term and long-term goals in regards to how this particular funder wanted that broken down for them. For our short and long-term goals, they wanted us to have a goal statement, a brief description of the goal, and the key milestones or activities associated with that goal. Now, is this information that I've previously written for NOIN? Yes. However, is this information that was all together for me to just pull from somewhere else? No. So this was the first time in a while that a handful of things I had to write from scratch. Just to show you guys how I laid this out, first, our goal statement is that 100% of students will have an individualized development plan. For that particular goal statement, a lot of the time our funders do not know what IDPs are. So then I'm detailing what individualized development plans are, how we use them with our young people, just breaking down the components of the IDP and what type of goals our young people are crafting for themselves for this IDP. Then in the key activities and milestones section, you'll see that this is just a more information in regards to the goals that our young people are developing for their IDPs. So here you can see that we detail each participant establishes 2 goals in 3 different domains. They have academic goals like completing assignments or improving their grades. They have social emotional goals like building healthy relationships and self-regulation skills. And lastly, they have post-secondary goals. So things like drafting your resume, submitting college or job applications, etc., etc. None of our young people are the same, so these IDPs allow them to really customize their journey and cater to what it is that they want to pursue in life. Whether that's them picking up a trade and getting industry recognized credentials to go into a job path, or if that means building up their education and now they are pursuing post-secondary pathways at a college or a university. Whatever it is that our young people decide that they want to do with their lives, we're making sure that they can hit each and every goal. Though this was a new style for me laid out by a funder to illustrate what our long and short-term goals are for the organization and for our young people, it was refreshing to A, be able to kind of write things from scratch, and B, now we have this breakdown of our goals, the description of it, and the activities and milestone connected to those specific goals. And I'm pretty sure we'll be using this in the future. I'm like 99.9% certain of that. Luckily, the grant application is not due until March 31st, so we have plenty of time to review. We have plenty of time to review. Like, oh my God, it's rare that I'm able to say that. So rare. Now, before, remember how I mentioned that Prudential was on hold, but now it is done. I showed you guys what a grant application looks like, so I think it's only right that I show you what a progress report looks like. Now, similar to grant applications, in progress reports, you're usually going to start with the general information, so your organization's legal name. And again, don't think I mentioned this before, but the Newark Opportunity Youth Network originally started as Youth Build Newark and are currently doing business as an OIN. So in regards to our tax ID and the IRS tax determination letter that we have and the documentation to validate us as a 501c3 entity, our legal name is Youth Build Newark. But again, we also have already done the paperwork to establish us as the Newark Opportunity Youth Network. So scrolling down, as you guys see, the grant amount, like I had mentioned before, was for $2.4 million. We had earned this award on February 23rd, 2023, and it ends on February 23rd, 2026. So we have, wow, we're in our last year with this award already? Dang. Title for this project is Scaling and Setting the Stage for System Change in New Jersey. Then as I'm scrolling down, we now can get to the outcomes and results summary, aka the narrative that most funders will ask of you in regards to the grant award that you received from them. So in the original application, these are the outcomes that we anticipated. First being system change in regards to our advocacy and issue awareness work. For NOIN, one of the pillars is My Brother's Keepers Newark, which is the policy advocacy arm of the organization, and they have been doing a lot of work over the last few years, let me tell you. Then you'll see here it says capacity building, expand reach and scale effective strategies, in addition to improved or maintain program quality. Like I mentioned earlier, they have something called the Newark Youth Workforce Collaborative. The outcomes relate to that, and it's just a collaborative of program partners and an advisory committee in order to scale the school to workforce pipeline in Newark and eventually throughout the state of New Jersey. Then you'll see here we talk a little bit about our anticipated results and what we anticipated happening in regards to this grant opportunity and the work that we're doing, and if we got their support, this is what we said would happen. So then we just have to check off that we are on track to achieve results, which we are. Amen. Then just stating that the data and the comments is accurate as of this date because that's when I submitted this. Here we're looking at who the beneficiaries are and how many of them. In this instance, we are tracking individuals and community organizations. So in regards to individuals, this is the entire state of New Jersey. So in anticipation with the work that we are doing, we are anticipating that we will be aiding 105,000 young people, but not just through the work that we are doing, but through our partnerships with community organizations, which is why you see that this number is 9, and then the secondary outcome is 105K again, because like I said, the support that young people are receiving is not just through NOIN, it's through us and our partners. Then more down, you'll see in 4 to 6 bullet points, we are just detailing the work that we've done. A lot of the work that's been accomplished since 2023 when we received this grant has a lot to do with our policy advocacy work. As you can see here, we're detailing the passage of a youth disconnection prevention bill. We also are talking about the passage of the New Jersey Youth Build Act, and lastly, building the capacity of New Jersey Opportunity Youth Coalition. So again, a lot of our work, and in particular to this grant opportunity, is supporting and detailing the policy advocacy work of the My Brother's Keeper initiative at NOIN. Scrolling down. Now, for confidentiality reasons, I cannot show you guys this section, but one section that 9 times out of 10 will be on any progress report that you submit to a funder is any experienced or anticipated challenges. Now, in a perfect world, we would love if we did not experience any challenges, if everything just went smooth, hunky-dory, you know what I mean? But that's usually never the case. Usually there's going to be some sort of hiccup during your plan, and does that mean that your work is not doing what it said it would do? No. But do you need to be honest about the challenges you faced and how you adjusted to overcome those challenges? Yes. Yes, you do. In regards to this work, yes, we did face a challenge. I mean, it's policy advocacy work, especially for the times that we in. I'm surprised the challenge wasn't as hindering as it could have been. But like I said, the challenge happened, but we were able to adjust accordingly and continue our work where things might have been delayed, but things didn't get stopped. We are still on track to complete the results that we said we were going to complete. Okay. And these last 2 questions, which again, typically most funders will ask you, but first, if there's any adjustments that you may need to make to your anticipated results, like I said, if you experience any challenges in the work that you are doing, be honest with your funder and let them know if you're still on track or if you may need some assistance. I've noticed over the years that funders are not mad if something happened and you need to adjust your work, or there's things that you need to get it together or forget it forever, but they are mad if you are hiding things or if you are lying. And if your work is not really on track, tell them. Don't act like it is. If you act like it is, they're gonna be more mad at you. I promise. And last question is, if there's any additional information you would like to provide, please use the space below. Now, if there is no additional information that we need to provide to a funder, we're not going to provide it. However, in this instance, we wanted to showcase one of our young people, and they do something called Stories of Transformation, and we thought it was vital to include that in this particular progress report. So I added a link, and they were able to view the successes of our young people, not just through our voice, but the voice of the young people. The only thing that I did not complete just yet, and it kind of got lost in the sauce because there were other opportunities that were presented and we had to hold off on this application, but it was to the Hearst Foundation. This application had found itself on the back burner because, one, we were invited to submit an application to the Victoria Foundation. We have been working with Victoria for a number of years, just like with Prudential, and if they offering money, we not gonna say no. So I had to pull that application, fill that out. The CEO checked that off. Boom, bam, bow, submitted it. And I don't even know when we're going to hear back from them, but I'm anticipating end of March we'll get a response. And I'm pretty certain it's going to be a yes. And now with that out the way, I can look at the Hearst Foundation again. And like I mentioned earlier, most of this application is done. It just got put on the back burner before because there was other things that needed to be done and I didn't get what I needed, but I have it now, like I said. So I will be working on Hearst this week. Yeah, I will finally be working on the Hearst Foundation. Hearst Foundation, if y'all ever see this video, hi, how are you? Would love the opportunity to work with you guys. I will be submitting an application to you guys within the next month or so. So look out for us. Holla at your girl. Well, would you look at that? You made it to the end of this video. So thanks for watching.
Sometimes goodbyes are a bitch.
T-shirt idea. Goodbye stink.
As I am finishing things up, I'm going to plan out my new week. I'm going to stick to my productivity system because it worked for me and I was able to check a lot of things off. Yeah, honestly, truly, that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Just thanks for spending a few days with this grants consultant. As I always say, a lot of my videos are inspired by you guys. So if anybody has any questions, any topics that you would like me to dive deeper into in regards to project management, nonprofit management, or grants and development work, or just me and my life, make sure to leave all of that in the comments below. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, bye y'all.